Now we're going to play our second game. I start with e4. e5 has been played, so again I'm trying to get my pieces out and develop my pieces in the opening phase. But my opponent has played f5, so I can't take it. I won't take and just move, develop another piece and defend this pawn. Another pawn move. In the beginning of the game, you should develop your pieces, not only push pawns. So I'm developing my bishop. He takes, I take back. And now this is a fork. So good play from my opponent. Actually, I would continue the game. Let's see. And now I've got 2 pawns for 1 whole piece, so I'm losing material. My opponent is up with 1 pawn. So I'm moving d5, defending this knight and opening this diagonal to my bishop. And I am developing my queen, having an eye here on this undefended rook, so I can give him a check. If he takes my knight, I take his rook. Or I can just move my knight here to prepare a checkmate, but this can be defended. Or I can just take this pawn. If he takes my knight, I take his rook. So I have a lot of options right now. I would go with this because it's a forcing move. So I would check him and then I would take the rook. So rook is worth 5 points for 1 knight. So now I am up with 1 point. Now what I'm going to do is to check my opponent's king. Oh, not the best move. I should have taken this knight actually. But anyway, my position is better because my pieces is more active and his king is so exposed. So I can now try to check and mate, but I don't have enough pieces, so I'm going to castle and bring my rook into the game. And now I check the king with the knight and put it in more active square. The knight is defended by the king, by the queen, so he cannot take it. And now, yeah, he has taken it with the queen, but it's a blunder because I am taking the queen versus knight. The queen is worth 9 points, but the knight is worth only 3 points. So now I'm ahead with plus 7 points. And his king is so exposed. Why? Because my opponent has pushed only pawns in the game, not pieces, and he is now under a serious attack. I'm bringing the bishop into the game with a check, and I would try to give him a checkmate in a few moves. So let's see what will happen. Now I'm bringing the rook into the attack, and I can attack the king with my rook as well. Okay, he moved his rook. So what I'm seeing right now is just to move the queen here and give him a check. I have another piece into action. I can take this bishop. I can take this bishop. All his pieces not defended. So I'm taking the bishop with a check, with the fact that this square now is not defended anymore. So I can bring my rook in my next move and trying to mate his king. So now here we go. I'm bringing the rook with a check. The king cannot move because of these pawns. So now I can give him a checkmate. He resigns. Yeah, because it's mate in 1, what I wanted to say, I could just have taken the knight here with the queen. The queen is protected by this bishop. So it would be a checkmate because the king cannot move to any square. So good game, and let's review it to see what we have done right and what we've done wrong. It's important to analyze each game you play. As you see, I started with book move, my plate also played book move, but then he tried to push pawns, and then I take, and this was a blunder because I should have taken this pawn instead. It's a vulnerable pawn, not defended, and instead of I have taken this pawn and he could fork my pieces, so I've taken the undefended pawn, and then I've taken 2 pawns versus 1 piece, so I'm down with 1 point, but my opponent has blundered, and then I just started to grab his pieces, and then he made a few more blunders, and it was an easy win after this. Thank you. See you next game.